Disappointing result against Stocksbridge. How frustrating is that?
Terrible, absolutely terrible. What can you say? That kind of sums it up, doesn't it? It was an awful performance. It lacked character and desire the first half, and the lads know that. And if you haven't got that as a starting point, you've got a problem. I think we were rolled over, very similar to how we were rolled over a few weeks ago on a Tuesday night, which haven't seen that for a long time. In fact, I've seen it once, and that was against Pontefract Colliers in the FA Cup, who were from this league. That was a couple of years back. But yeah, it was poor.
You mentioned obviously, how we haven't really been out the races. Obviously, same against Yorkshire and a few other teams, how we've conceded so early on. Just how bad, how much does that make you suffer for the rest of the game when you're already 1-0 down?
Well, that's it, you're just chasing the game, aren't you? It's damage limitation, it gets to 2-0, damage limitation, and you've still got a chance, you're trying to get back in the game. And I think at 1-0, there's a bit of a response. We've had a couple of chances. We should have put one in from on the back post, about a foot out. It gives you a fighting chance. You go down to 2-0, now you are chasing the game. And at this level, teams should know how to close a game out and make it difficult for you, and you're in a real scrap. And then they hit the third one, which is a worldie. Clearly a bit wind assisted. It's one of them. And you go in at half time, and it is like we had to do something. So we've changed things around totally, just to try and win the second half and get back in the game, see if there's a way back in. And then the fourth goal, it's one of them, isn't it? It's a horrible sucker punch, which is you kind of criticise anybody for that. It's just a ricochet. Keepers try to play out, clear it. It comes off somebody. The lad's working hard to close it down. It goes in. What do? You're 4-0 down. It's game over. Let's be honest. It's game over. So whatever you thought about doing at half time with a game plan, it's out the window. So it's just a case of work hard and see what you can get out of the game, which was obviously nothing.
You mentioned completely changing things at half time. Obviously one lad just came in, Liam Smith, probably not the nicest game to come into, but he's had a good pedigree. You must be pleased to bring him over last week.
Well, again, if we're going to look at positives, we've got loads of injuries, so this is a squad test, and we're not looking to make excuses. But yeah, there's a lot of the first team players are missing, so therefore you look at who come in and the jobs they can do. Positive, Damon's back straight in, gets 90 minutes, which is good. Continues his run at 90 minutes, which is why he went to Ashton and known for. We needed to get 90 minutes. So that's fine. Obviously Smithy's come on, got himself 45 minutes, and that was important. He got some minutes as well, so it's good that he's made a start. He hasn't played football for God knows how long. So yeah, they're the positives from it. And then you look at the bench. Now the lads shouldn't have to sit there and watch that. Otherwise, quite rightly, they should be coming to Kevin and I saying, well, what do I have to do to get some minutes? So we had to give them minutes. So obviously the two forwards who, the start of the second half, they're working hard. We still had to come off to give Nelson and David minutes as well. So it's one of them. We're just kind of shuffling the pack a little bit until we get some of the players back. But the second half was better than the first, but not much.
Obviously, back on the run Saturday. How does the next week look going in that one?
Probably a lot of hard work Tuesday and Thursday. We tend to do the hard work on the Tuesday, and the Thursdays can be a little bit different, but I think there's things need to be done this week. So we'll see what that looks like. Kevin and I will obviously be chatting tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do, because we need to improve. We've gone from having a little run a few weeks ago to, I wouldn't say last week was disastrous. We were playing a team who were above us. We didn't deserve really to lose the game. We could have went to penalties. That wasn't bad. But the fact that this is the second awful home performance of a similar type within a month, that doesn't sit well with me or Kevin. And we can't have that, because if you're having them maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks apart, fair enough. But if it's 2 in the same month, well, it tells you need to change the characters in the team, I think. So that's what we're looking at. The players have been told, they are under no illusions. So for the supporters, all we can do, first of all, is apologise. There's been some straight talking done with the players, and there's no place for them to hide. And we're looking to recruit to bring in better players who can do the job that we need them to do within the squad, and hopefully some of the lads who are injured will be back shortly as well. But Kevin and I look at ourselves as well, the coaching staff, we look at ourselves, and we kind of take it on the chin, and the players might go away and think, oh well, some of them, one or two of them might think, oh well, it's not down to us, it's down to them. They're the players who are going, we'll get rid, simple as that.